Photography, and I would like to welcome you to my channel. As we all know, The Legend of Zelda is one of the most beloved video game franchises of all time. With 16 main title games and numerous spin-offs, Nintendo has created an immense Zelda universe beloved by many the world over. The franchise has lasted for 35 years, starting with The Legend of Zelda and its most recent entry, Breath of the Wild. During that time, there has been much speculation about the chronology of each game. Fans were told there was no overarching chronology with the Zelda franchise, until there was. Nintendo released a Zelda timeline showing where each game was located chronologically. There was even a split in the timeline, creating 3 parallel timelines. Though this answered many of the questions fans had, another question continued to plague fans. Is there a map that shows where each game in the franchise took place within Hyrule? Thankfully, Breath of the Wild has the best map to answer this question. Breath of the Wild's map is very similar to what we would expect from a map today, a highly accurate and very detailed map of the entire region of Hyrule. I believe that I can piece together each map from all Zelda games that take place within Hyrule and place them over the Breath of the Wild map to create a unified Hyrule map. To accomplish this task, I will use 3 rules to determine the location of the other maps and place them over Breath of the Wild's map. Rule number 1 is that Spectacle Rock and Lake Hylia will be my primary geographic reference points. At least one of these features makes an appearance in most of the games and will be used for map orientation. An exception to this rule is that some games have neither Spectacle Rock nor Lake Hylia, but I will still use other geographical features to help place maps that do not have either of these locations. I will also point out that I will not be rotating the maps to fit locations. I am assuming up is north on all of the maps. Rule number 2 is that I will not be using names of places as the only way to identify the correct location on a map and place it on the Breath of the Wild map. Multiple games have used the same names for different areas. Examples of this are 3 different Lake Hylias, 2 different Death Mountains, 3 different Castle Towns, and 6 different Lost Woods. So the names of places will only be used if there is a geographic feature that can be identified in conjunction with the named location. Rule 3 takes into consideration the fact that there has been a huge leap in the quality of graphics from the Nintendo Entertainment System to the Nintendo Switch. Comparing The Legend of Zelda to Breath of the Wild shows the changes that have taken place over the years in video games. That is why with some of the games in the series, I will take into consideration graphical limitations when comparing to the Breath of the Wild map. I believe that after applying these rules and looking carefully at the other 11 maps of Hyrule, I can establish a fairly accurate depiction of where each map would fit within the Breath of the Wild map. So please join me as I present the evidence for my Unified Hyrule Theory.